My name is John Aguilar, and I'm an entrepreneur television producer based in Manila. I've gathered 4 illustrious investors looking to fund and support the next great Filipino company. William Q. Lim, founder of Mega Global Corporation, makers of the #1 sardines in the country, Mega Sardines. Dino Araneta, trailblazing founder and CEO of experience innovation and digital logistics company, QuadX. Jet Yu, millennial dealmaker and CEO of property advisory firm, Prime Philippines. And Mikee Romero, billionaire sportsman, port operator, and co-founding owner of Philippines AirAsia. Our goal is to find the best up-and-coming entrepreneurs and help take their businesses to the next level. In the end, they face the investors in a once-in-a-lifetime funding round. Many will try, but only a few will make it to the final pitch. Mikee Romero, billionaire sportsman and co-founding owner of Philippines AirAsia, is the multi-hyphenated investor judge of the final pitch.
Sometime in 2000, I was working in Singapore doing e-commerce, and then I made my first 100 million and I was barely 30 years old. After that, I decided to come back to the Philippines. And then an opportunity came to make a port business out of an idle land. And I started Harbor Center in 2002. And then in 2009, I got another break when I got the Manila North Harbor, the country's biggest port. In between, I went to other businesses as well from 2001 till today. I bought listed companies. My business is really on trading of companies. I buy, I sell companies. In between, I bought some companies like Burger King. I have Global Port and I have a basketball team. It's a PBA. I'm the type of businessman na opportunistic. Once there's opportunity, I go to it. In 2013, Forbes na-notice na yung how big I made my companies. So I was part of the top 50 richest in the Philippines in terms of yung Forbes ranking. And I was part of that elite group for the last 4 years.
Aside from the ports, the airline industry was a business that Mikee would eventually successfully enter.
We started AirAsia in 2010 because of my friendship with Tony Fernandez. I met him in Singapore. We both love sports. So we put up this ASEAN Basketball League in 2009. He liked my style, so sabi niya, go to business with me. Let's put up Philippines AirAsia. And the rest is history.
Yeah, I met him on a basketball court actually. But he was fun, down to earth, had a good heart. That's what I saw. The World Basketball Association asked us whether we wanted to do an ASEAN Basketball League. I knew nuts about basketball and got a few friends together. And then someone recommended Mikee, and that's how we got to meet in Singapore.
In 2010, when we were putting together the joint venture for Philippines AirAsia, Tony Fernandez said there was a young man that he wanted to introduce to us to join the joint venture. And I had heard of him before but never met him. So Tony Cojuangco introduced us. That's how I met Mikee. Well, immediately I said, you know, what a bright, young, good-looking man this person is. I'm not quite sure which came first, the good-looking or the bright. But definitely, he impressed me as a very, very bright, astute businessman.
When I entered politics, the first time I entered politics in 2016, from nowhere, my party list, One Pacman, became a household name. It garnered 1.4 million votes first time. I feel that I need to be successful and be an achiever. So anything that I do, whether in business, whether in sports, whether in politics, I always want to achieve. I want to make a difference.
It's never been driven by business considerations. Mikee was a friend first, and that's kind of how we've always had our partnerships. And so I asked him to come and join in with AirAsia, and there was no business plan, there was no big discussion, and that's what Mikey is. He sees a good idea and he jumps at it. And he fitted our personality of what we wanted to do in the Philippines, so it was a natural choice.
Mike is, I think, somebody who's very well-rounded. He's a sportsman. He definitely likes basketball. He loves riding horses. It rounds out his personality, so it's not just the serious business side that you see of Mikey.
Si Boss Mikey, saan mo lang ba makikita yan? Kundi sa basketball court. Alam mo na yan talagang addict sa basketball yan. Makakita lang yun ng ball at ring, nandun siya. As a chairman, siya nagsimula sa PBA ng digital. Gusto niya ang PBA naka-online sa website namin. Sa kanya din nangyari ang All-Star namin Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao para mapuntahan lahat yung mga fans. Yung lang halong biro, mabait, hindi ka iiwanan sa ere, magaling makisama, at down to earth talagang parang barkada mo.
Also has a good sense of humor, which again fit in perfectly with the other partners because our meetings are always a lot of fun because there's a lot of joking and kidding around. But when it gets down to business, everybody focuses on the business.
You know, we have fun 80%, then talk business 20%, right? That's always been the case. But in between the fun, we will obviously talk about business as well. So it's been a very natural chemistry. It's not been contrived. It's very real. And I mean, look, we've had tough times, both of us. That's where you see the true mark of a man. And you know, when I've had tough times, Mikey's always been there, and vice versa. And I think it transcends business, and that's where a lot of businessmen, I think, miss out. That there has to be that personal element as well.
The same perseverance and determination that has led to Mikey's success are the same traits that guide him as he considers the entrepreneurs he has picked for the final pitch.
I chose Trip Zicker because I think the e-commerce platform has a lot of synthesis with my business, the AirAsia. No? The second one is Z-leveling. I think this business is very new. Sabi nga nila, yung mga tambay na bibigyan ng trabaho. So I think it's a good job generation. No? And I'm really enthusiastic about giving jobs to the Filipino. The third one is Good Chips. If Good Chips can do a mass production, then they can sell it through the platforms of AirAsia, and they can be sold there as healthy chips. And the last is Dibs Parking. I was surprised by the technology that they have, but I have to test it. So these are my 4 picks, and hopefully I can strike a deal with each and every one of them.
Hello, entrepreneurs.
Hi, John.
Welcome to Red Point, the headquarters of AirAsia Philippines here in Manila. The 4 of you are here today because you are the chosen picks of Mikee Romero for the final pitch. And today, you will get to know Mikey and AirAsia more intimately. AirAsia Philippines is a business he co-founded with AirAsia founder Tony Fernandez. So entrepreneurs, please help me welcome your future potential business partner, Mikee Romero.
Welcome, entrepreneurs. Welcome to our AirAsia headquarters. Today I'm going to tour you around AirAsia and the various departments as well as the planes and our operations. Let's go.
All right.
This is our briefing area. Flight attendants are briefed here and the pilots are also briefed. So this is our office. Theme kasi ng AirAsia, no boundaries.
Okay.
So they're all put together and no uniforms.
No cubicle.
After the tour, the entrepreneurs are now given a short training session to gain a deeper understanding of the airline and its inner workings.
All flights of AirAsia Philippines are comprised by 4 cabin crew. This job is very regulated. Everything that happens on board are being monitored, not just by the company, but also by other third parties or regulators. The big items are the merchandise products because they are considered as high valued items. So most likely, the average of sales for the crew per sector is around worth 5,000 pesos.
After getting acquainted with how Philippines AirAsia operates its business, the entrepreneurs sit down with Mikey over lunch for them to get to know each other better.
You are the architect of this?
Yes. Me and my partner Donald and
But
Giovanni.
you're attached to Waze.
Yes. And if you look at the Philippine traffic situation, 30% of the traffic in Metro Manila is caused by drivers looking for parking spaces. Let's address the problem. That's why we also want to partner with government buildings.
So eventually we're gonna add like price comparison on our platform, because it will be like, because Trivago like aggregates hotels, right? It's like even if it's the same hotel, but they gathered prices from different sources. It's better if we just create an app inside Messenger. It's like you just download one app, you can book a car, you can book everything. So I think we're gonna focus on that route first.
Sir, I brought some samples.
Oh, thank you. For example, I give you 1 million passengers a month.
Yes, sir.
Eh, lagay mo lang sa 20% o 10% bibili nun. So, kailangan ko ng 100,000 bags a month. How do you give it to me? With the same quality. Be careful what you wish for.
That's a good problem.
You're the BPO of gaming.
Yes.
So, the way I look at it. So, up to where can we push it? Can we rack up revenues to 100 million?
Every month, sir.
Hindi naman every month, ha? Kailangan kasi sa'yo, recruitment eh.
Recruitment.
Oo.
Mas recruitment tsaka training, sir.
Recruitment, training, and development.
Development.
Pero how to scale it up? Oh, again, sa kanya is easier dahil production. Production problem sa kanya. Yung sa'yo, can the market absorb it?
Yeah.
If that platform can be transformed also to other things, how do we also put more value to it? Kaya ba natin to push a little further by creating our own games?
Now that the entrepreneurs have gained valuable mentorship from Mikey, it's now time for them to face their business challenge. Hello again, entrepreneurs. Welcome to your business challenge. We've divided you into 2 teams. So we have Good Dibs and Trip Z. So your task for today, you will be taking the next AirAsia Philippines flight to Davao, and you will be tasked to sell meals and AirAsia Philippines merchandise. First, total number of sales. Second, we will be watching how you will interact and deal with the passengers. We have people from AirAsia Philippines who will be observing you on behalf of Mikee Romero. So Mikey?
I wish you all good luck in your task today. The planes are 90% full. They have 165 people inside. You will be gauged on your marketing skills as well as your ability to cope up with pressure. The flight is 2 hours, and as an AirAsia policy, you have to do all these things with a smile. Okay? So it's a policy. So please, do not shy away my customers.
You were trained well, so the next AirAsia Philippines flight to Davao will be your responsibility. So good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bon voyage to all of you, and do not forget my durian from Davao.
The entrepreneurs are divided into two teams. Kim of Trip Zeeker and Dan of Z Leveling are Team Trip Z, while Chad of Good Chips and Leroy of Dibs make up Team Good Dibs. The challenge: to be the cabin crew of an AirAsia flight to Davao, where they will sell meals and AirAsia merchandise to the passengers.
What I'm expecting today is that maybe we're going to be on board helping the passengers, assisting them in terms of loading their baggages, maybe relating with other flight crew members.
The business challenge, serving, selling, things like that is something that really excites me.
This is your seat belt. Sit back and insert the metal tip into the buckle and tighten the belt by pulling on the buckle strap. When outside the aircraft, pull down sharply the red tag at the lower end to inflate life vest. Thank you for your attention.
After a few minutes on air, the entrepreneurs now begin their challenge. First up is Team Trip Z.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to everyone the contestants, entrepreneur contestants for the final pitch. We have here Kim. Hi everyone. We also have Dan.
Mayong hapon. Bakal please.
Team Trip Z, this flight from Manila to Davao is your flight. So remember what Mikee Romero said. It's always service with a
Smile!
Okay, good luck.
Ano po? Do you want anything fast, dessert? Yes. This is really good because we've tried everything and it's one of the best.
Do you have this one? Meron din.
Yes, meron din po. Hi sir, would you like anything from our in-flight menu? The challenge that we did today is very liberating in a way because it will involve a lot of talking to customers and dealing with the passengers. And some people are even sleeping, so you have to find a way to get their attention and you have to sell something to them, like the food, even if they're not hungry, because they wanted to support you. So I think it's really a good experience.
Good afternoon, actually from the final pitch. Any amount that you will buy will give us the advantage for this challenge. Hi, bro, actually we're asking for help for the challenge. Yung kasama ko actually is from Luzon. I am from Visayas. Taga Mindoro. Pero Mindoro is Ilonggo man, no? Okay. Sino to? Basi pwede? Bisan kuwan lang ba? Soft drinks. One advantage that I have is I can speak in dialect, Ilonggo and partly Bisaya. So I took it as advantage. So dito kanina nag-greet na ako in Bisaya and Ilonggo. So yun. So nakadagdag talaga yun sa
After the meals, it's now time for the AirAsia merchandise.
We also have their AirAsia red baseball cap for only 350 pesos. Feel free to browse through the menu for the full range of items sold exclusively on board.
Willing to buy mga premium items for your kids. Meron na. Okay. Thank you.
Like I have this encounter like this lady, I kept on talking to her but she's just ignoring me. So what we need is to just move on to the next one. I use everything that I have, like I smile to them, just be friendly and be approachable.
Thank you.
After a quick turnaround, it's time for Chad and Leroy of Team Good Dibs to be the cabin crew for the next flight.
Enjoy your flight.
Hi sir, good evening. Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. Enjoy your flights.
Hi, welcome aboard.
Okay, so guys, we will start our F&B service, food and beverage service. So our entrepreneurs here will sell on board, and if you think they're good, then go buy items. So thank you guys, enjoy.
Okay, so Team Good Dibs, this flight from Davao to Manila is your flight. So the first team set the bar pretty high.
Okay.
They sold a lot, so I'm sure you're going to do your best to try to beat them.
Yes, sir.
We'll do our best.
All right, good luck.
I've always dreamt of announcing just any announcement on flight. It's my dream to actually say this. So, binibini, ginang at ginoo, 40 minuto na po pagkatapos ng oras ng alas 7 at oras na pong maghapunan. Unta magpalit gid mo kay lami gid na siya ba, tapos kinahanglan na mo daghan mabaligya. So thank you guys. Hope you'll have dinner with us. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Maybe you want to have dinner po. Meron kaming beef tapa, chicken lasagna, drinks po, coffee. Yeah, ay wait lang po. Ay, Miss Blanche, may available na coconut water. Yes, meron po. Chicken asado. Our first struggle was really the time. We thought that it would give us an advantage of them having their dinners, but since it was also night, it was colder, it was easier for them to fall asleep. Our strategy wasn't really waking up every row, but more of just telling them hot meals, hoping that they would hear us and they would buy from us.
I actually recommend some of our rice meals. It's actually really good. Yes, we have one from Malaysia, Pak Nasa. Would you like to try this, ma'am? Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy your flight. We have, this is one of our best sellers. It's actually from Malaysia. It's very spicy, it's really good. There's a lot of different people from different backgrounds, and the challenge actually taught us that, no matter how good you're at selling, sometimes you always have to understand the needs of the customer. What would you like to have?
What's your best sellers in rice?
Well, this is actually one of our best sellers, and
I would like to order this one.
okay.
Next is the selling of AirAsia merchandise.
One of our merchandise.
Thank you. Ay, sir, ikaw okay na po? Tumbler? No? Thank you. Sorry, excuse me, makidaan na lang po. Ma'am, thank you for boarding. Bye, baby. Bye-bye.
Ingat, sir.
Sir, thank you.
Ingat.
Thank you po.
Entrepreneurs, welcome back to Manila. Both your teams did an excellent job. You both represented the brand of AirAsia very well tonight. Unfortunately, we will not reveal the winners tonight. We will reveal the winners during the final pitch. Good job for tonight's challenge, and we'll see you during the final pitch.